Hey guys, an unannounced live to kind of just go over some information here on candy. I'll wait for a couple more people to join to kind of give some of the information here, but it's kind of just to set the record straight, give some information on when things will be released, things like that, kind of to just make people chill out is the best way to put it. I'm really busy every day. Everybody at TAMCO is busy, very busy every day, and the whole candy thing's getting a little annoying. So that's kind of why I wanted to do a live to kind of just set it straight. Maybe it'll help calm it down and set the information accurate and set the information straight as to who, why, where, when, got candy, why it's, when it's being released, things like that. So let me start. We already have people watching, so I'm just going to start. The only people who got candy had to do with SEMA projects. So if you were doing a SEMA project for me, for the SEMA booth, for TAMCO, you received candy. That was like 3 people, not even. That was a very small amount of people. So I know that at TAMCO, we have a very transparent attitude. I've always been very transparent with you guys. I've always been very inside baseball, basically giving you guys information that no other paint company gives you. Meaning when you're dealing with other paint companies and they're releasing something, you don't have months and months and months of background knowledge that it's going to be done. Basically, when it's done, it's dropped and it's done. When it's released, it's released. It's released. You don't get to be part of a group where you deal with an owner and you're constantly having that access. I don't mind the access at all. But at the same time, having the access, I feel like, is becoming something that people are taking advantage of. So whenever we did the SEMA projects, which was very, very select things, basically the whole SEMA thing was a very scaled down version this year, meaning we didn't want clutter. We didn't want a bunch of, tons of stuff like we had the year before. Was it cool to bring everybody's, art to SEMA? Of course, everybody wants to have their stuff debuted at SEMA. That's kind of something that people make a big deal out of. They want their stuff there. This year, I didn't want to have to deal with the bickering. The why didn't I get chose? The why didn't my project come? The why didn't mine get seen on the live? None of that. I don't have time for it. And this is maybe a little bit different approach than what you guys normally see from me, but it's kind of an annoyed aspect of it. You guys don't all know me. And I can get easily annoyed by the constant nagging of things. So this is kind of to set the record straight. Candies are not ready. When candies are ready, they will be released. I kind of don't want to rush something that's not ready. So there's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure to make sure that this is nailed, not just from you guys, but from a lot of people. And if you guys were at SEMA, then you would know the kind of competition that we were dealing with, the compliments that we were receiving from competition, just different things on how we are very approachable, how our company runs different, how what we're doing is functioning, how what we're doing is working, how they realize, that what we're doing is making bold moves is the best way to put it. You can't continue to make bold moves by half-assing something. And if we release something that's being half-assed, that doesn't look well for us. That doesn't put us in the realm that we're wanting. So whenever I keep saying that candies aren't ready yet, they aren't ready yet. When they are ready, we'll release them. So whenever I keep pushing it off, it's because we're trying to do what we need to do to make sure that we have something that's different, something that's legitimately different, something unique, something that's going to be a game changer. Everything that we've done with TAMCO, we've released and you guys have liked, it's kind of been easy. Custom colors was kind of easy. Intensity was easy. Intensity was something that, me and Sean literally developed very, very quickly. Something that, nobody would believe how quick we released it, how quick we were able to develop it. It wasn't something that was like rocket science. It was simple. Candies for us, I've always said I wasn't going to do. I said we weren't going to touch candies unless we could do candies better. Well, that takes time. So whenever I give you guys the very inside baseball of, hey, we're doing candies, that was literally the start of saying, hey, I'm going to do candies. That was, hey, we're going to do candy. That wasn't, hey, we're going to do candy and we're going to release it in 2 months or 3 months or 6 months. There was no time set given. There was no stamp of when it was going to be done. It was going to be done sometime in SEMA release. Well, the SEMA release was, we're going to showcase candy at SEMA, not that we're going to release candy at SEMA. And maybe that was part of the confusion. I've been very specific on not giving a time frame or a date because I don't have one. Until more testing is done, where we feel okay, where we have all of our raw material lined up the way we want to, because we know that there's going to be this huge surge of people wanting it. Until we have the testing we want back on UV, until we have more testing done, not just from us, but people that I trust, then it's not going to be released. It's really that simple. So whenever I have Matt, who I trust and why he's been the one testing it, doing something as major as it is, I need feedback. You know, people are not just only working for me. People have their own jobs that they have to do. They have their own projects. They have their own SEMA projects. It's constant. I know you guys want candies. I know you guys want them released. Stop nagging, because it's not helping anything. The thing that's more annoying to me, it's actually the only reason I'm doing this live, and again, I may be coming across in a way that you aren't used to seeing me, but the more of the reason I'm doing the live isn't just because of me. I can handle the nagging. I can tell you off if I really want to. It's just not my style. It's because the people that I chose to do the project for me are being nagged for their product. Why ask someone else for product that they did something for when they were given very little? Literally what they needed just to do the project. That's it. They weren't given quarts. They weren't given pints. They were literally given the smallest amounts that they needed just to get the projects done. Asking someone else for their candy isn't going to get you anywhere. It's not going to get me to be in a good mood to give you candy either, to have it tested. So everybody who didn't get it, there's reasons. The only people who received it were people that were doing SEMA projects. Again, that was very, very selective. It was very, very just only what was needed as a need to use basis only. When it's released, we'll be telling you guys. When it's ready, we'll be telling you guys. I always give you guys, like I said, a very transparent outlook of TAMCO. You guys don't have this kind of access to an owner. You don't have this kind of access to a paint company where you can ask a question and get an answer immediately, or where you can know that something's going to be worked on or released and watch it in the process of being worked on, released. When other major companies are developing products, they're not showing it to you on Facebook. They're not showing it to you on Instagram. They're not giving you that background. We are. So realize that when we're giving it, we're doing it so that you guys can see the inner workings of this company. It's something that I've been very, very transparent on doing. I've always given you guys the very most inner workings of the company to the degree that I can, telling you down to the, some of the ingredients that we use and showing it. We've been very transparent in that aspect. Be patient, wait, and understand that we're slammed, which is a good thing. We have a major sale coming up once a year, coming up by the 30th. We have to prepare for that, knowing how many amounts of paint that we're going to be mixing and how much we have to prepare just for this sale alone. That overwhelms us. We literally do in one day what we do in a month. Think about that. An entire month is accomplished in one day. That's a lot on us. So think about the time frame that we've had of SEMA and dealing for SEMA, which is stressful in itself. Then dealing with SEMA, coming back from SEMA, not being this gigantic conglomerate company with every single person at our access. We don't have that. We're a smaller company. We do things well. We do things the best way that we can. And when candies are ready, we'll show them. When candies are ready, you guys will know when they're ready to be released. I don't want to release something that's not ready. I don't know how many more times I can say it. When it's ready, we'll release it. When we feel comfortable with the testing that we get back, we'll release it. We'll give you guys complete knowledge of when we're going to release it. You will not be left in the dark. If you didn't get candy to test, don't take it personally. It's not personal. If you didn't get candy for SEMA project, don't take it personal. If you weren't chosen for SEMA, don't take it personal. It isn't. It was a very simplistic approach this year because we didn't have time to be able to choose a ton of people, because I didn't want to have to deal with, did you choose me over another person? It's a lot of things. Be patient. And when it's ready, we'll release it. Don't ask someone else for their candy. Don't keep nagging other people. Don't nag me. It's really that simple. It gets old and I'm too busy for it. And the other people who are working on other projects that did those projects for me for free to be able to help TAMCO. It's really that simple. So I appreciate you guys. I don't want to come off sounding bitchy, which I'm sure I do, but there's a reason for it. So it's just kind of because it's constant. It's constant, nagging in a sense. And, we're trying here. We are really trying. We're trying to, keep up with customer service, keep with the standards you guys are used to, continue to be innovative, continue to release colors, continue to do a lot of things, continue to do live tech videos for you guys and answer questions on the daily and everything. That takes time from us. All of this stuff takes time from us. You're not getting it from other people. You're not getting it from other paint companies. So cut us a little bit of slack and it'll pay off, because what we're going to release is epic. And it's really, really good. And the people who have used it have been seriously impressed with it. So I just want you guys to know that we are working on it. It's going to pay off in the end. You're going to be impressed with what we release. And I think that in the end, people will be like, okay, I understood what you guys were taking your time on. I understood that you were, not releasing something before it was ready. And, when you have people coming up to you at SEMA and saying things like, don't release it if it's not ready. It's like, we know, I know, and I'm not going to. And when it's ready, we'll let you guys know. And I'm really, really, really hoping that that's going to be by the end of 2019. If it can be any period of time sooner than that period of time, we will let you know. Here first, on Facebook, before you know anywhere else, you'll know here. I put my time and my effort into this group more than anywhere else, more than Instagram, more than anything. I'm here putting effort to help you guys, to help grow the company, to help be accessible, to help answer questions and things like that. It's something that I have done for a long time now. I have no intentions of stopping that. Just bear with us. Understand that we're trying, that we are very, this is something that I'm very eager for, that I'm really, really wanting done, that I really, really want to see released, that I really, really want to see on the market, that I want to see compete against everyone else, that I want to see in everyone's hands. And when it's ready, we'll tell you. When it's ready, we'll release it. Until then, stop nagging, hold tight. Hopefully you guys are appreciating all of the effort that's being put into this, because there is a lot of effort being put into it and being put into just continuing to do what we do every single day, not just candy, but just in what we do every single day here at TAMCO, which takes time and takes energy and is a nonstop continual working of what we do. Me and my sister and everyone else here at TAMCO are literally busting ass every day to make sure that the website is where you guys need it to be, to make sure that tech information is where you need it to be, to make sure that your orders are shipped every single day, all kinds of stuff. So it's a lot of work that we all do because we actually care about the company. We know that you guys all care about supporting us and things like that. So I don't want you guys to take this entire live or message wrong. I don't want you to take it as something other than what it's not. I'm not trying to be different than what you guys normally see. I'm just trying to basically make it where everybody chills out and understands that we're trying to help you guys. We're trying to release something. And there is a struggle every day just with life and with family and with kids and with a job and with everything else. We're putting a lot of effort into this. And I think that whenever it actually comes out on the market, which like I said, I'm hoping is the end of this year, you guys will appreciate it and it'll be good. And I'm thinking of doing something where it's going to be maybe between 100 and 200 starter kits, basically where 100 to 200 people get in on a pre-sale starter kit and allow people to basically be the first 100 to 200 people, I haven't decided yet, where you guys have access to the very first kits of candy. I'll see how that goes. I'll see what the interest is. But basically what it would be a pre-sale where you guys could buy all of them in a set and get them before anyone else. And when they're released, you're first in line. So that is something that we're kicking around the idea of. I don't know, where you guys feel comfortable doing that or things like that. But basically, we would have a set amount. And when those first set amount are released, whoever is in line from start to finish gets those sets first, but they are a pre-order kind of deal. Right now we have 12 colors. I have the ability to do more than that. But right now that's something that we're talking about. So again, I appreciate you guys. I really do. Like I said, I put effort into this group. It's what I've always done. My effort goes here. Other people's effort, my sister helps me on Instagram and she helps me in other places on the website. I always put my effort here because to me, this is the direct access that helps build us, that helps grow us, that helps every single day. And I appreciate all of the support you guys give. Just give us some patience on the candy. People who are at SEMA saw them in use. People at SEMA were using them and they were impressed by them. When they are released, it'll pay off, okay? So I appreciate it. I hope you guys have a good night. If you didn't watch the live from the beginning, go back to the beginning to see what I was explaining. And again, I do appreciate you guys and just be patient with us. It will pay off, okay? I appreciate it. I hope you have a good night and have a good Thanksgiving that's coming up. And I will be doing another live on Thursday and I'll pick one of the clears. It'll probably be like 4,100. I'm not quite sure yet. But again, thank you guys. Have a good night. Candies will be coming out when we announce them. Be patient. Thanks, guys.